I'm Walt Joseph, and as of 2018, I'm 89 years old. We came to Aiken from Penn State, where I was in graduate school, in 1954, Paula and I. My wife is from Pennsylvania. I met her at Penn State, and she taught kindergarten in Aiken for a number of years. I was very interested in where science was going. I knew I didn't want to get into a straight manufacturing job where you come in every day and you work on getting the widget to perform 3% better this month. And that kind of thing. I wanted to get into something that was more dynamic, was growing, more challenging, and I thought nuclear was likely to be a field that was headed in that direction. And when I got into it, it was right after the Manhattan Project, and nuclear and the Atoms for Peace program were really expanding, and it was indeed a growth opportunity, and I was lucky enough to get in on it. I came to work at the Savannah River plant. Actually, I came to work at the Savannah River Laboratory initially, spent my first 12 years there, and decided that while I loved the science and the technology, I really liked people more, and so I asked for and received the transfer to the Savannah River plant, initially in the reactor technology department, and after that I moved every 3 years, could not hold a job, and did everything from running traffic and transportation, where I got to drive the locomotives on night shift, to doing research in equipment engineering division, and all in all had a very busy and enjoyable career. I think it's important to the community to understand the site in terms of what it has done and what it's capable of doing. What it has done in the past, what it's capable of doing in the future. The site has made an enormous contribution to the community and the country and the world. And I think it's important that the local people understand this and revel in it, take pride in it, support it in all its various aspects. And I think the site has potential for continuing this kind of progress into the foreseeable future. And to do it, it really needs support from the community. So I would hope that the museum is able to help build that kind of support. Well, the museum is a work in progress, and I hope I live to see it approaching completion, but it's not going to happen quickly. We've been working at this since 2003, actually. I looked it up, and we have several more years to go. But the goal is a museum. It's never going to be a huge museum. This is a small museum, but the goal is to tell the story of Savannah River in a way that is educational, but it also is interesting and exciting, and it stimulates young people particularly to consider careers in science, technology, engineering, and the mathematics and the other STEM curricula. So to that end, we'd like the museum to be highly interactive and to answer questions, but more importantly, we like it to present challenges that stimulate thinking about science and technology. When we talked about this in a couple of years ago for getting a museum started up, it was more like it was well, we got a grant, or we got some money, and that's our upward. Whoops, the windows cost $40,000 a piece, and whoops, and down it goes, and so on. And we found 4 inches of reinforced concrete under the restroom that we had to relocate the fixtures, and the roof leaks more than we thought it did, and so it's been a series of sawtooth curve, but the net result is still the upsweep. It's just that it does not follow a smooth trajectory. And the award was very unexpected indeed. I had not thought of myself as being a candidate for that kind of recognition. It was. Having said that, it was great. I was, of course, flattered and delighted, but not only for myself, but for the people who worked with me to help make all of this possible, because it isn't just one guy. So it was a sort of a validation that people thought that what we were doing was worth doing. And being an enthusiast, you always wonder a little bit if your enthusiasm is misplaced. So it was nice to find that there were other people who shared the enthusiasm.